Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Easter is coming, and that means it's time to do some spring cleaning. It's time to upgrade and refresh your home today and save up to 30% off store-wide. Change off that old lounge chair, dining room table, or any furniture item now and save big. Plus, shop our large selection of appliances, televisions, and electronics for the biggest deals. No cash, no problem. Shop with Quartz Ready Finance and pay $0 for 30 days. And before you check out, don't forget to add extended warranty with our Quartz Super Shield product, which will protect your purchase for up to 4 years. This offer is available online at shopcourts.com for a limited time only. Act now before the deals are gone. Conditions apply. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, over 200 VHF radios were donated by the FAO, and to date, the Department of Fisheries has issued 81 of those radios to fishers. On Friday, March 3rd, 2023, a training and handing over ceremony took place at the Fisheries Conference Room. Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, Suboto Caesar, said there will be significant training for fishers in the use of the device as the fishing sector becomes more modernized, with the safety of fishers as a priority. We hear more from Minister Caesar.
As we seek to attract more young persons into the fisheries sector, the issue of the technology and access to cutting-edge technology is going to be one that is of first importance. And I want to encourage the young persons who are listening that we are very concerned about the safety of our fisher folk. And I know that there are many persons who want to get into fishing, but are very worried about going to sea. And when you reach in the zones that your cell phone can't work and your girlfriend calling you and she can't get you, or your mommy, as the case may be, they can't reach you on the phone, it becomes very difficult as it pertains to communication.
That was the Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, Suboto Caesar. Speaking at the session, Chief Fisheries Officer Jennifer Cruikshank Howard said the radios were part of promoting safety measures at sea and formed part of a project through the FAO as part of their volcanic relief efforts. Owners and operators of trailers here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines are being urged to cease the practice of parking on public roads. This urging came from Corporal 374 King of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force's Traffic Department during WEFM's Traffic Talk program. Corporal King spoke specifically of the trailers currently parked at the E.T. Joshua tarmac, but noted that there are trailers in other parts of SVG that need to be moved. We hear more from Corporal King.
I just want to, advise those trailer operators, owners, parking along the tarmac in Annisville is not permitted. And I just want to say to those operators, there are some trailers along the tarmac presently. We are appealing to those operators to have those trailers be removed immediately. Have your trailers be removed immediately from the tarmac. Avoid being dealt with and prosecuted. So I'm appealing to those trailer operators who have their trailers along the tarmac in Allenville to have your trailers be removed.
That was Corporal King of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force's Traffic Department. While Corporal King was at the time highlighting the trailers at the tarmac, he also stated that there are trailers parked at Camden Park, Richmond Hill, and Stony Ground along the public roads. Still on the local scene, a third person has been charged as the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force continues to probe into the murder of Sheldon Welch of Georgetown on Thursday, March 2nd, 2023 at Carroll, Georgetown. On Tuesday, March 7th, 2023, Les Roy Bacchus of Chili Village, Georgetown, was charged with knowing that Javid De Silva, 22-year-old laborer of Carroll, Georgetown, and a 15-year-old student of Langley Park, having committed the offense of murder or other relevant offense on Sheldon Welch, did without lawful authority or reasonable excuse, assisted by transporting the body of Sheldon Welch to Montgaroo Mountain and burying him. On Wednesday, March 8, 2023, the defendant appeared in the Serious Offences Court for arraignment. He was not required to enter a plea to the indictable charge and was remanded to His Majesty's prison pending the start of a preliminary inquiry. On to news in the region. A 29-year-old babysitter in Turks and Caicos has been sentenced to serve 1 year imprisonment. Oshani Tebu, a Haitian national, was sentenced on Monday, having pleaded guilty to 1 count of unlawful entry and 2 counts of child in need of care and protection. Tebu was sentenced to serve 4 months on each count. The court heard that earlier this month, Tebu was employed as a babysitter for a 4-year-old female child. The victim's mother, according to the evidence, observed that her daughter would seldom cry and cling to her when left in the care of Tebu. The mother also observed her daughter appeared to be sickly and losing weight. CCTV footage installed within the home was reviewed by the mother, who witnessed Tebu abusing the child by striking and shaking her based on the footage. The mother immediately contacted the police, and officers attached to the Safeguarding and Public Protection Unit commenced an investigation. The Haitian babysitter was subsequently arrested and charged. Guyana's President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali has committed to having women play an essential part in Guyana's digital development. Ali gave the commitment in his International Women's Day message. International Women's Day 2023 was observed on Wednesday, March 8th under the theme Digital, Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality. Our women can be assured that they will be an integral part of this emerging sector. We will be mainstreaming science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, education within our secondary schools and tertiary education institutions, and in so doing, encouraging greater female participation, particularly in the technology and engineering streams, Guyana's president said. Ali added that having women involved in Guyana's development is a key priority for his government. Finally, on the international scene, the number of pregnant and breastfeeding women suffering from acute malnutrition has soared by 25% across 12 countries in Africa and Asia since 2020, according to a UNICEF report. In the report published on Tuesday, UNICEF said that the number of malnourished mothers increased from 5.5 million to 6.9 million over the last 2 years in countries hardest hit by a global nutrition crisis, exacerbated by the war in Ukraine, drought, conflict, and instability. In the 12 countries, Afghanistan, Burkina Faso, Chad, Ethiopia, Kenya, Mali, Niger, Nigeria, Somalia, South Sudan, and Yemen, more than 1 billion adolescent girls and women are suffering from undernutrition, with devastating consequences for their lives and well-being, Al Jazeera reports. Poor nutrition in pregnant and breastfeeding women can lead to several issues for their children, including premature births, low birth weight, stunting, and wasting in newborns, according to the report. And finally, in sports, Emma Raducanu will hopefully be able to play at Indian Wells, but says last year's wrist problem has returned. The 20-year-old British number 1 is due to play Danka Kovanic of Montenegro today in the 16,000-capacity Stadium 1. But Raducanu had strapping on both of her wrists during Wednesday's 1-hour practice session with her coach, Sebastian Sachs. Speaking to BBC Sport, she said, "I've definitely been managing my load. It's something that has just come back, so I'm trying to be as cautious as possible." The initial injury, which forced Raducanu to end last season early and miss the Billie Jean King Cup finals in Glasgow, only affected her right wrist. Fresh concerns about her wrist follow a bout of tonsillitis, which cost Raducanu the chance to play in last week's ATX Open in Austin, Texas. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WeFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Quartz St. Vincent Limited.
It's the Quartz Optical Annual Frame Event. Get up to 85% off on selected frames. Book your appointment at www.quartzoptical.com. Get that frame today with no cash from 3 to 24-month credit plans. You don't want to miss it. The annual frame event, up to 85% off, only at Quartz Optical. See in store for details. Quartz Optical, value you can see.